Israel's military control of the West Bank, checkpoints, and a separation wall mean that many Palestinians only encounter Israelis in the form of soldiers or settlers. The distance between Ramallah and Tel Aviv is only about 50 kilometers, but the distance between everyday Palestinians and everyday Israelis is vast. In some places in the West Bank, Palestinians studying Hebrew gain a greater insight into a society which is so close, yet so far away. Opportunities for learning Hebrew in the West Bank are sparse. The Palestinian Authority, which is responsible for public schools, does not have Hebrew as part of its curriculum.
The occupation in the West Bank began in 1967. There was a move by Palestinians not to teach Hebrew in public schools. Before the Oslo Accords, even under the Israeli administration, there was no Hebrew instruction in schools, and the policy has remained in place with the PA run schools. There are a few reasons. There were not qualified teachers of Hebrew. Also, there was a political side. People were afraid of the occupation taking root if studies learned Hebrew at school.
Some Palestinians have picked up bits of Hebrew from interactions at checkpoints or through teaching themselves. A number of Palestinians who have served time in Israeli jails learned Hebrew well while in prison. For others who wish to learn Hebrew, there are language institutes which offer courses. There is a considerable demand for Hebrew amongst those who work in imports and exports, customs, and finance.
We need it here because we are living here with the Jewish people, and in the West Bank we need to learn and to know about the language, and it's you can say that it's a good language to learn here because we are using day by day here in West Bank.
While Hebrew is not widely spoken, there is a recognition amongst many Palestinians that it is useful. With little opportunity to practice Hebrew conversationally, the outlook on learning the language very much reflects the situations in which it would be employed.
It's preferable for us to know the language of the nation occupying us. We also have an idea in our Islamic tradition which says that whoever learns a people language will have nothing to fear from them. If you look at this from a political and economic standpoint, we have to know Hebrew. Also, Hebrew could be a language for dialogue. There are people on the Israeli side who want peace. If we know Hebrew, we can talk with them.
In terms of grammar and etymology, there are numerous similarities between Arabic and Hebrew, which instructors say makes Hebrew an easy language for native speakers of Arabic to learn. In Palestinian universities and language institutes, students of Hebrew can progress from complete beginners to advanced. Here in the West Bank, the motivations for studying Hebrew are not the same as those for studying English or French. Hebrew is not viewed by most as a language of literature and culture. It's viewed as a practical language. But a number of Palestinians have an interest in following Israeli affairs and in knowing what's going on next door, even when next door can seem far away. Winnie Mancini, JN1, Ramallah.